Some Active Directory features within a domain are not available unless the domain is running at a particular functional level. To change the domain's functional level, click Start. And you can perform this task either through Active Directory users and computers or Active Directory domains and trusts. I'll select Active Directory domains and trusts. Right-click a domain and select Raise Domain Functional Level. By default, a domain operates at a Windows 2000 mixed functional level, which means that Windows NT4 or Windows 2000 domain controllers can participate in the domain. Here's a list of additional domain functional levels that we can change this domain to. Let's go ahead and change this domain to Windows 2000 native mode. This will allow certain features such as universal groups. Notice that after you raise the domain functional level, you can't reverse and go back to a lower domain functional level. Click Raise to begin this process. We are reminded that this is a one-way operation and cannot be reversed. The functional level has now been raised successfully. Now that the domain has been raised to Windows 2000 native mode, Windows NT4 domain controllers cannot participate in this domain. Also, as long as every domain controller in the network is running at least Windows Server 2003, we can change what's called the forest functional level. To do so, right-click Active Directory Domains and Trusts and select Raise Forest Functional Level. This task can only be done in Active Directory Domains and Trusts. It cannot be done in Active Directory users and computers. By default, the forest runs in a Windows 2000 mode, and we have the option to change it only to Windows Server 2003 functional level. The Windows Server 2003 functional level lets you establish forest trusts, for example. Let's go ahead and raise the forest functional level. Again, this cannot be reversed. The functional level was raised successfully. Now let's go back to the raise domain functional level. Notice that each domain's functional level has automatically been increased to Windows Server 2003. That's because every domain in that domain was running Windows Server 2003. And from this point forward, every domain controller on the network must be a Windows Server 2003 domain controller, at least.